welcome back to the Borderland Bonanza. I'm Ian Anderson, again joined by Tournament Director, volunteer, and overall awesome human being, Raivis Markons-Craig. How's it going, Raivis?
Thanks. Appreciate it, Ian. I'm doing really well today. I'm really excited to watch this round 2 coverage of some of my favorite friends and some of the best players in New England. So,
very cool. On a really cool course to boot, man.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, you saw the round in the first round. I mean, you had a lot of trees and a lot of good plays to scramble for your birdies, and I expect the same for round 2, if not better.
Right,
so,
well, let's watch some disc golf, man. Tell us about one.
So hole 1, as we saw in round 1, basically you're going to want to either land to the right to get to the landing zone, or just kind of have a really straight shot and attack the pin. It's downhill, 545 feet. Most people are trying to look for their birdie and par on the first hole here.
Sure. Josh was looking for an eagle yesterday after an amazing drive.
Yeah, he really was. I mean, he was pinched up there in the top, near the circle 1 for a look for eagle, and that's incredible for your first drive of the day.
Absolutely. So. Not quite as good today, but I think he'll still be okay for a birdie.
Yeah, he should be able to save. I mean, he shot -10, and he was in some rough from what I was looking at, and I'm really shocked that he shot -10 there. Wow, look at that shot by Casey, though.
Dang. That was beautiful, missing so many trees.
Yeah, that was his Luster Leopard 3 there.
Okay, I was wondering. I definitely saw that Luster Plastic. We got Joe Mercieri. Is that how you say it?
Mercieri. Yeah, we call him No Mercy because he's a local pro that always wins at Borderland. Okay. I'll tell you that much. So, he's going to put up a fight today for sure.
Nice. And you might recognize this guy from our Firefly Open coverage, Cooper Legee.
Yeah, we love Coop. I mean, he's one of the best forehand players we have in New England, and he's landing to that right zone like we saw Shane and Joey kind of bail out yesterday there on the right.
It looks like a great alley to the basket from there.
It is, and it's a perfect alley, like you said. Yep.
And here is Danny Maloney.
Yeah, and we have another Burgess player. He's the Cape Cod region, and it looks like he just has a kind of an easier upshot, and he faded out around 480 feet or so.
Okay. Josh's second shot, unfortunately, finds that tree he really needed to miss.
Yeah, yesterday was a little easier for him.
That was. There is Joe. Is that a putt?
It looks like it. 35, 40, yep. Yeah,
it's there. Cooper. And there is that great alley he set up for himself.
Yeah, I mean, that's the prime spot. I'm going to have to remember that.
Yeah, that is it's a great play, isn't it?
It is.
All right, we're looking at Josh's third, just laying up for a hopeful par. And looks like he'll get that. What we got here? We got Danny.
Yeah, and Danny's going to be throwing his Rhino on all of these upshots. I asked him what he was shooting with, and he says, I'm putting and I'm shooting upshots with Rhinos. Okay. So,
is he another forehand up New England guy?
He is. He's from that Burgess region. I mean, they all have it,
I love it.
I feel left out. I really do.
That was Joe missing a putt for his birdie. There is.
Yeah, usually he's good for those. So, but it's the first hole, and I'm sure he'll warm up. So
definitely. That was Casey with a hot start, though, getting a nice, easy birdie.
Yeah, leaving off right where we left off yesterday, or in round 1.
That's right. So. Cooper with the deep knee bends, and they work.
They always work.
They always work. They really do. He was a great putter. There is Josh. Dropping.
And shout out to Ben Heddering for getting the lone 2 on this for the day.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Only eagle, and that's a hell of a drive to get down all the way down there and an approach.
Did you hear how close he got?
I believe he was in the circle, or right outside the circle. Yeah.
Man, that's got to feel so good.
Yeah, it's one of the better drives of the day, or maybe of the year. So
sure. Starting off with 3 birdies. Looks like Casey just tied Josh for the lead. We got a great battle with the top card here.
I expect that, and it's funny because they're both Storm sponsored players, so they're probably thinking I'm going to try to outdo this guy. So it's going to be a competitive battle, like you said.
It is. We're on to 2. I really like this hole a lot.
Yeah, this is a beautiful hole. I mean, 910 feet, par 5. You got the landing zone, you're going to try to shoot a turnover into this fairway and then kind of get around trees and land into another fairway so you can have a good look for your birdie. We have seen eagles on this at league and at times, so I'll be interested to see if anybody puts a good bid on that with a clean shot.
Yeah, we saw how important that tee shot is. You really need to hit that landing zone perfectly.
Yeah, and, we mentioned this in round one. This played as the
second hardest hole?
Second hardest hole. So
yeah. No joke. There is Casey putting his rock out there. Here's Cooper probably ripping his D1.
Yes, D1. Yep.
That hooks up in time. It looks pretty choice.
That's a really good spot. Again, he's far enough to get around that initial bend
without being in the woods.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Danny was flirting there.
Yeah, and they're making this gap look a lot bigger than it is. Again, I mean, that's a very tight gap, especially for your second shot. So
yeah, did you see the gap Casey hit? I don't think that's the one he was trying to hit.
I don't want to comment, but
here is Josh. Oh, this might get a little fade to get around the corner. Not so much.
He got a lot of distance though, so we'll see if he can get that birdie.
Yeah, I wonder he might be able to cut the corner right there. Looked a little less thick there. Joe?
Yeah, so Joe Mercieri is going to shoot his Warship here, and he's going to shoot that off the tee a lot, you're going to see today. And that looks prime. I mean, That got a lot of glide, faded out gently.
I think he's past Cooper and Casey as well.
He's got a lot of power for being a master.
Yep. I wonder when your distance starts tailing off, man. I'm still throwing farther than I ever have, so.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe it's the discs. I don't know. But Joe's a great example. I mean, he came to Borderland about 3 or 4 years ago, and he didn't really know anything about disc golf, and all of a sudden he's shooting 10-30 rounds at Tim Selinsky's.
Man.
So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Well, he put in the work, so congrats to him.
Yes, he really did. I mean, he's out at Borderland a lot.
Casey ripping off a forehand for his second shot after we saw, I believe that was Danny getting around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Should be easy up and down birdie if nothing else for Casey.
Yeah, that was a really good forehand. That got a lot of distance.
Yeah. Casey's got some great power. Cooper, a little standstill forehand action.
Mm-hmm. Probably throwing his D1 again.
It looks like it, yeah. Yeah, it's prime.
Yeah. I mean, they're making this look easy. I mean, 2-3 up shots. I mean,
Yeah, I really feel like if you have a decent tee shot, this hole becomes dramatically easier.
Oh yeah, and if you don't make that gap, you can kiss your birdie goodbye.
You really can. Yeah.
Even your par, it's impossible almost.
Great shot from Joe right there after a fantastic drive. We're looking at Josh.
And I didn't even realize all 5 of them made it. So even the first round and this second round, all 10 drives made it through that gap.
Oh sure.
So,
yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
Definitely. There is that tree right in the middle, just taunting you. You're looking at Danny's third here.
And he's smooth. He's been playing some really good golf lately. Not just at Burgess, but he played really well at Green Mountain Championships this past couple months.
Oh, nice. You got to be good to score well there.
Yeah. He's got a lot of power. So
nice. That was a good up from Josh. Getting a little bit closer than Danny. We're looking at Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
This will be his third.
And Coop's one of the best at these little forehand touch shots. I mean,
does he use an A2 or do you know what he uses?
I believe he told me it was an X. Oh, let me double check here.
I know those Prodigy guys love their A2s for their forehand ups.
I'm not too sure about the forehand. I know he's putting with PA3s. So.
Okay. There is an up from Joe. Just laying up for the birdie. Here is a birdie bid from Danny. Ooh, dang.
Yeah, nice birdie, Danny.
Yeah, they get that.
I almost called him Joey because they're both from the same area.
It's funny how you can group people like that sometimes, right? In your brain, yeah.
And these two, because I play with these two a lot.
There is Casey missing a missed opportunity right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had to get down to the knee, so it's a lot tougher from that perspective.
For sure. There's Cooper doing what Cooper does, making a good putt.
Yeah, he's really solid at those circle 1 putts. One of the best. I mean, he's averaging, I think he's at his career high for PDJ rating. He's about 10.06 right now. So, nice, I mean, he's playing really good golf.
There's Josh cleaning up his bird. Looks like Casey might be losing a stroke to the card here if Joe could bang this one.
Yeah, and Josh is so smooth walking after putting, walking back. He's just like, hey, yeah, you know.
It's like you ever watch
kind of
Conrad walk? He just kind of bounces along the ground.
Yeah, it's they're majestic. Almost.
They are,
it's
right?
funny.
Yeah. Just more graceful than the rest of us.
Yeah.
There's Casey with a lone par. I'm sure he's slightly disappointed, and especially after that great drive. But he will be losing a stroke to the card. We got Josh with a one-stroke lead. Casey, Joe, and Cooper one back. And just Danny one more, man. What a battle going.
And I didn't even realize how close Joe, Mercieri, and Cooper were to the lead card. I mean, in terms of the scores. So that's outstanding work to be that close.
We got that fun pin location on this one?
We do. So you're going to shoot basically up this little right side over these rocks and land where the drone is right there. And again, we're hopefully going to see the do or die decision to go for it or not. So,
oh man, we saw that nasty roll away for, gosh, who was it? A Joey last round?
Yeah, we saw one for Joey, and then we saw one off Shane for the drive. Remember?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
That was crazy.
We got Cooper ripping a forehand up there, and is that okay over there?
It is. There's surprisingly another gap to the right there.
Okay.
So he should be able to save maybe birdie.
Danny finding an early tree, but fought through pretty well.
Mm-hmm. And remember, first round we had a little bit of a slipping issue, so hopefully the ground has dried up now.
Gotcha. Josh on the box. That looks to be headed straight for a tree. Oh no, he misses him. Nice.
Yeah, that was a really nice shot with this destroyer there. He's so smooth. I can't get over it.
Yeah, it really doesn't look like he's throwing hard, but it goes.
That's the thing. Yeah. He's throwing so soft.
Double G is like that too, where it doesn't look like a 600-foot throw, but there it is. You know.
It is. It's right in front of you.
Yep. Joe with a very early tree. Casey looking to come back from that par, lose that stroke he lost. This is going to help. Wow.
Yeah, and then they're all playing this pretty well. This, again, played as the second easiest hole for the round and the day. So.
Gotcha. Casey might have an eagle putt coming up if he wants it. This is Joe's second, trying to come back from that drive. Maybe a long putt for 3.
Yep. And he again, he'll have to make that decision whether to go for it or not.
Sure.
Though.
Cooper with a high hyzer. It is too high.
Yeah, he just got cut up with the brush up there.
Yeah, he'll be just laying up for his par most likely. Let's see who we got up here next. Looks like Danny.
It's like they're all setting up for something wild, but we'll see if they execute it.
Yeah, that one did not quite work.
No.
Here is where Josh's drive landed.
Again with that risky play, but
I think he was going for it.
Yeah.
Casey for eagle. Oh, sorry, this Cooper, wasn't it?
Oh, this is Cooper. Yeah.
Thank you.
Looks like he's just laying up, which is smart.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a little too far.
Danny with a birdie bid. That'll turn into a par though. And here is Casey's eagle bid.
Get it.
Oh man.
Oh,
I wanted that one for him.
Me too.
Joe? Oh my goodness.
Ooh, I think that was in.
It went for a while. There's Cooper with a nice par save. The tree hit on the up. Here is Josh for birdie.
Yeah, even these little up tap-ins, if you miss it, you're going 15, 25, 30 feet at least.
Yeah. And down significantly as well.
Mm-hmm.
Makes that comebacker ever more difficult. Joe, this will be par save. Did you see that?
I did. Wow.
Skipped it off
we almost had
the rim.
Yeah. We almost had to hold our breath there.
We did.
Well, I'm glad he got it in.
Me too.
He got that par, so.
Always happy to see that. And here's Casey for a pretty easy birdie after a fantastic drive.
Yeah, I mean, he was going for the eagle.
He was. Great bid there. Here is Danny cleaning up par, I believe. Yep.
Nothing wrong with that on this one.
Not at all. There are your birdies from Josh and Casey. I've got 12-11, first and second respectively. Everybody else out of it by no means at all. We'll be heading into 4.
This is so excited to see it this close, actually.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get to watch it. I was playing, third chase card or whatever it was.
Sure.
So. All right, hole 4. Basically a downhill hyzer, 410 feet. It kind of plays about 350. You just want to get it to hyzer right after the field goal posts, as we call them. Honestly, we didn't see that many twos first round, and they were only, it was playing as the third hardest hole of the day, so we'll see how they play here.
Apologies to our epileptic viewers.
Yes.
Here is Josh. This looks great. Josh, come on, man.
That was the shot that he tried to execute first round, and he didn't hit anything, so he is parred. That's a great shot with his destroyer.
Fantastic. Casey, maybe going a little too straight. Yeah.
Star Thunderbird. It looked like the same exact shot almost.
It did, didn't it?
As the first one.
Yeah, that's the same putt he had, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Maybe a little closer.
Mm-hmm. Cooper? So that's probably his X3 you were going to mention?
Yes, it is. That's his X3 in terms of his backhand. Anytime he's throwing that, he's usually throwing that, he said.
Real nice, for especially a non-backhand dominant.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to do too much on this. Just nice and smooth and through the gap.
Just like this one from Danny. Oh, man.
I thought he went through.
Man, that was headed in the right direction, but caught that last tree there.
And I believe that was his T-bird.
I'd buy that. Joe? Get some fade.
That looks like a really nice shot. I mean, that's the one part, I guess the one issue with this hole. You're always going to hit something late, I feel like.
You can see the fairway. It's pretty fair, though, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh,
wow.
Great bid by Joe
Sure
there.
Was. Danny, from just a little bit closer.
And I believe that was his west side shield that he was bidding that with.
Casey with that long bid for the... Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
These are some bids, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's game time, right? Round two.
It sure is. Time to get it done.
Get it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Another two-dimensional birdie. Oh, Casey, you don't do that.
No, that's a rare miss, and to slip up like that with Josh right on his tail.
And Josh is about to birdie. That's about to be a two-stroke swing between first and second here.
That's a really good point. Yeah,
because Josh is parked, man. That's his blue disc, I want to say.
Yeah, he was on the ace line.
Man, that's drive first, putt last, man. That's the way you want to live life.
I wish I could live like that.
Right?
It would make disc golf so much easier.
Wouldn't it? There is that birdie from Josh. I believe a solo bird stroke on the card and a little bit of cushion for his lead.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great birdie. And there's actually only two deuces the whole day on that hole. So shout out to Josh right there.
Yeah, it's a tough get.
Yeah, I mean, it again, because it's downhill, you think you should be able to get it, but it's got more trees at the end than it looks. So I think that's the big problem.
It really does. We got Josh out in front by 3. I got a 3-way tie for second, and we'll kick it off to our sponsors. Back to the action, but again, huge thank you to Discmania for sponsoring the tournament. We're looking at hole 5. Where are we going?
So hole 5, there's 2 ways of attacking the pin. You could take the left side or the right side, and a lot of the pros are going to be taking the left to right gap to kind of land where the white basket is right there, where the drone is, and from there you're going to be attacking or approaching the peninsula green, which is, as you can see here. So a lot of people playing this for par, basically for par or especially birdie if they get a long enough look. So
Josh getting down there.
And that looks similar to his first round shot.
Yeah, you're right.
Where I said I didn't really cut that brush over there.
Cooper with a ripped forehand. Finds a late tree.
Yeah. So he was trying to go for the hook up to the right again. Mm-hmm. So, which is the play. I mean, we saw Joey execute that really well yesterday.
Danny? This is looking clean.
Danny, yeah, he's got one of the best beat up destroyer shots in the game, where it just goes really straight, and you're like, "What is that?" Oh, it's my destroyer. It's like, what?
Yeah.
But all the Burgess guys have them, so
Got to.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
Yep, there is Joe getting down there pretty well. Should make for a really easy birdie, if not an eagle look.
Yeah, that was a clean shot by Joe there.
Casey looking to come back from that missed putt. Looks like his luster leopard again.
It is, yep. And he piped that. That is beautiful.
Dang.
Yeah, he got the full flight on that one.
Oh, I think he might be able to make up that putt from last hole if he makes the eagle.
That'd be amazing. We don't see too many eagles on this one.
I believe you. Here is Cooper with his second, trying to get in position for the birdie. Looks like he is.
Easy up for him. I mean, it's so. Disc golf is so much easier when you can have a very good backhand and forehand at the same time.
Right. You can always throw the correct shot. Not trying to force anything. That was Josh pitching out nicely. Here is Joe coming up a little bit short on the up there.
I think he was laying up there, more or less.
Sure. Casey with the half eagle bid. That Danny over there.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
He gave it that really good run.
Sure did. Here is Coop for the bird.
Nice birdie.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of what we expected, where the pro cards is most likely going to get threes on this. This did play under par all day, minus 0.3. So, with the lead card, I would expect that as well.
Yeah, that's still par 4 territory if it's only 0.3 under par. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those that we aren't thinking of changing. That's for sure.
Danny cleans up. Josh with the same. And how are they going to catch Josh, man?
He's on fire. He's been on fire since round 1.
He's so good.
And he doesn't even play here.
No, he's from Maine, right?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's awesome to see.
This is such a
I love. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, this is a course where playing a lot would really help a ton too. You get in some weird spots that you might have been there before.
And that's what makes his game so amazing. I mean, he's 13 down, and it's like he hasn't had the cleanest shots, and he's still making these birdies.
Sure so really, really fun to see. All right, hole 6 on deck. What's our pro play?
So you're just going to try to have a hyzer into a landing zone and then have about a 200-foot zone. Yesterday, I kind of overspoke that this is an easy par, a birdie, which is really not. I mean, we saw a lot of the pros struggle, and it's because there's a lot of trees, and you kind of have to hyzer through a tunnel gap here. So that's a really good play from Josh right there. But it looks like he hit the same tree as he did in round 1.
I think so. Cooper? Going in early as well.
Yeah, so statistically speaking, it played under par, not that much, but I think it's a true par 4.
No,
so.
I agree. It's definitely a 2-shot hole. You're not getting there in one.
Yeah.
Danny finding a mid tree. Joe looking to stay clean.
Yeah, and Joe's throwing his warship there. So
it's like a pretty overstable mid. Is that correct? Or is it do you know what those are?
I personally don't. I'm not too familiar. I don't want to speak badly about a disc either, because I don't know it. So.
For sure. That was Casey getting decently down the fairway. Here's Danny's second shot, trying to get to the bucket, but he's pretty far out.
Oh, he had a really good approach there, though.
He did. That's going to be a long putt for the birdie, but it's there.
Mm-hmm. I love the zoom ins with the chain stars. They look so cool.
Josh, that's a tough position there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he had nothing.
No, that was a really tough shape. Cooper, little baby flex.
Yeah.
That'll work for a putt.
Yeah, that's a good up.
Ooh, this is pretty from Joe.
Yeah, Joe's a really good forehander.
Little hyzer flip up there. That was tasty. Casey?
And I believe he's using his west side shield on that upshot there.
Oh, okay.
So.
That makes sense. It definitely flew like a putter. Mr. White with a beautiful upshot. Easy birdie coming. And there's Josh. Looks like he might be losing a stroke to Casey there. Danny.
Yeah, I mean, if you hit early, it's going to be tough to save your birdie,
Very true. Cooper. Bit of a long look for the bird.
Yeah, this is a true tester here.
Yeah, man. He's
great putt.
So solid.
Yeah, and with the traffic incoming in the background, I mean, that was a really good putt. That's the one thing that you don't expect in New England golf. You're playing, in the woods and stuff, but sometimes you do have distractions. I mean, you got the roads next to you, you have streams, you have squirrels, everything. So
I saw my first lizard raz this year out in California.
did you?
Yeah, Steve Rico was was doing his run up and a lizard ran across the tee pad.
One of those chameleon suits or those green suits?
I can't remember what it was, like a brown lizard or something. I think they're called alligator lizards. I think so.
That's cool.
Didn't phase him too hard though.
No, and I always remember the chipmunk gate, going back to bull, and that's again a New England thing, I think.
Yep. Well, I've been in Montana, man. They have some loud chipmunks out there. They were barking at us. Yeah, they get angry. A bunch of birdies there, making this a little bit of a tighter race as everyone in second place moved up.
Yeah, it's getting tight, folks. And on hole 7, we might see some changes. So, hole 7, you're basically going to try to hyzer around this tree or these trees and bushes to the left there, which is about 400 feet, away from the tee pad. And then from there, you're basically going to try to approach another 330 feet or so, trying to avoid the OB on the left-hand side. There's a little garden, and trying to get your approach there.
I saw yesterday that tee shot is so important on this one.
It really is, and you can see Coop was not able to get it through or to the right side enough. Yeah. So
birdie out of the question for him.
Mm-hmm.
Joe,
just trying to save par.
This looks like it, right?
Yeah, he throws that same pro so well.
Oh wow!
And that's a smash. I mean, around that bend to where he is about 445, I want to say. So that's a really good shot.
Absolute smash. Casey White, distance should not be a problem for him.
No, he executed this really well round 1, so I expect the same again with the Star Destroyer.
You are not disappointed.
No, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh, that's like 470. Oh my goodness.
The disc is still there.
It might still roll, actually. I don't know.
The one on the roof?
Oh, the blue one.
Yeah, I figured somebody would have got it in between rounds, It's probably somebody's baby up there.
You're not really supposed to walk up.
Yeah,
there,
I can imagine there's something like that.
Yeah.
Danny with a good pull. Get around the corner, buddy.
Yeah, he's got extreme power with that Destroyer.
Man.
And that's that flippy Destroyer, so we can just put a little hyzer on it and just goes.
Sure does. Nice shot. He's in birdie territory. Here is Cooper, just looking to save a par, honestly.
Yeah, he's pitching out, which is smart. Taking this taking his medicine.
Yep. Really nothing you could do from over there, but try to get close for a par.
No, and it's so funny you mentioned that blue disc on the shed, because as a TD when I'm playing, it's like, do I try to get that? I know people are, I have to enforce the rules if I see somebody, there's certain things going through my head which I never want to encounter during an actual tournament. So
too funny. There is Joe with a pretty decent upshot. That'll give him a putt for birdie.
Yeah, it's a good upshot. And that little garden on the left right there is out of bounds.
Oh, it is.
So if you hyzered too much and you got a little bit of roll, that's so, it's unfortunate that would happen, but they do that for groundskeeping purposes.
Yeah,
so.
That totally makes sense. Is that Casey's harp per the usual? It looked like it was.
Yeah, it was.
And Coop?
And that's a really good upshot. I mean, so smooth.
Yeah, he's great with those little touch forehands. Josh with a bit of a long bid here for the birdie. Low ceiling, too.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted it, though.
Did. And the ceiling actually was even lower before I cut a lot of brush from the top and bottom there. Yeah. I did a lot of work out there.
It sounds like it, man.
Well, it's funny because I was like, Central Coast is coming, and I wanted to make sure the course, looked really pristine. So,
mission accomplished, Raivis.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, this place looks amazing. I'm super jealous you get to play it all the time. Yeah, a bunch of tap-ins for par. Casey did card the birdie. Is that the only one?
It might be, actually. That's a really good point. I think Joe might have got one, though. No,
it looks like... we'll see here in a second. Oh, Danny got one. There we go.
Yeah, Danny got one. Right, so
not to be overlooked. So Josh's lead's down to 1 all of a sudden. We got a little small straight working.
It's getting closer.
It is. Good battle. Brilliant. Hole 8. Another par 4.
It's getting close, and we're now about to play the hardest hole of the day. So hole 8, remember, if you don't make it over the Mando wall here, you have to re-tee. So we see some large numbers. Basically, players are either going to bail out to the right or bail out to the left right before the OB swamp area where the drone is right now. A lot of times you're just going to see people take their par unless you're going for that forehand through that tight gap.
Casey ripping the forehand.
Yeah, he's through his Champ Firebird, and I'm not sure if that got through or not.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to tell. Well, I guess we'll find out after these drives. Danny taking the outside route, Heiser route here.
So that's the first time we've seen it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's safe. It's not a bad play because you now have like a sort of an upshot about 250 feet, but it takes out the equation of the wall, So.
Oh no. Cooper found that tree, and he is short of the wall. Re-teeing 3 here. This looks better.
That's a nice shot. I'm surprised he's going for the bailout zone with the forehand there.
Yeah. That's going to be pitching up for a hopeful 5. This will be pretty close. That was a great second, I guess, third shot.
Yeah, good recovery.
Mm-hmm. Joe, there's another Heiser play.
Yeah, playing the smart play, which is what's funny about this hole is because you could have a great round and all of a sudden you hit this hole and you're like, oh my goodness, I don't feel gutsy enough.
Josh did it too.
Yeah, it looks like we're having a bogey party maybe.
Yeah, at least a couple of them, unless Josh gets this crazy close.
Oh, wow, that was going to go places too.
Yeah, it's still really good. Should be easy 5, but that's still a bogey.
Mm-hmm. And this played 0.7 over par for the day, so it makes sense.
Wow. Joe getting up there.
Ooh, hopefully he's not in the OB. That's right. That's close.
Oh.
There's a rope over there.
Danny?
So he had the Heiser play, and now he has a putter approach, which isn't bad for 3.
And it's a pretty wide open gap for New England anyway. There's a great pitch up from Coop.
But I think the biggest risk with that approach, though, is because you're approaching longer into this OB near the swamp. That's the only problem.
It looks like Casey fought through. Did you see where he was?
Yes, that was a really. I'm happy he's safe.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
That was his eagle bid. He's got an easy birdie coming up. He's going to get 2 strokes on Josh and swoop the lead here, unless Josh bangs this one. Nope.
Wow. I mean, this hole can do that. I mean, that's why it's there. It's middle of the course,
It's a great separator.
Oh, it really is.
A good putt from Danny right there.
As long as you're not on the other side of that separation.
That is the name of the game. Going the right direction. Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Ugh.
Did he just take a 6?
Yeah, man.
Oh, wow. That's a game changer. Wow.
Yeah, that's a 3-stroke swing, and all of a sudden Casey has a 2-stroke lead on him. Might not even be in second after this hole. Yeah,
and I think Joe and Danny got birdies taking that risky alley. So we'll take a look at those scores at the end here.
Yeah. There's Casey with the bird. A little smile from him, rightfully so.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure he's happy about that one.
Yep. There is Casey all of a sudden sitting with a 2-stroke lead. How about that?
Wow. And nice 3 by Maloney taking the Heiser out there. So.
Yeah, that was really cool. I'd like to see that. Let's see if we can keep it going on hole 9. Where are we going?
Yeah, hole 9 is just either a forehand or a turnover shot backhand. Basically, you're going to try to wrap around these trees where the drone was and kind of land where it is right now, and then have a simpler approach for birdie, hopefully. I mean, it's a par 4, 425 feet, so it doesn't have the legs, but as long as you've got the initial distance off the drive, you should be okay.
Casey White on the box with a 2-stroke lead.
Yeah, taking his Champ Firebird and looking real nice there. Oh. Shouldn't have said anything.
Tree kick piece, probably okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he was there first round and he was fine.
Yeah. Ooh, Danny finding a pretty early tree and kicking right. Joe hoping for a better result here.
Yeah, so Joe's taking his long Bowman here and getting a really nice pull.
This dude's forehand is great.
Yeah, he practices his course a lot, and his forehand, adding that to his game, just made him even that much better.
He's got like that kind of germ style flip up forehand, which you don't see too often.
Mm-hmm.
And that was something.
Yeah, Coop likes that right side to attack the pin. I'm not convinced about that yet, but
and he didn't really do much for his case right there either.
Yeah.
As everyone else getting way past him, unfortunately. That was Josh getting up there. He's probably in birdie position. We're looking at Danny's second. Gonna flex a forehand or throw a roller?
Oh, he's taking his roller Rhino, I'm sure. He loves these plays.
Come on. What is this? This thing's like a 4x4, man.
Every time I see that he pulls out this roller, he gets 200 feet at least.
Like, that's not possible in New England. There's too much stuff on the ground.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
These Burgess guys can do that so well. It's insane.
That was really cool. Cooper doing the best he could from there. He's probably looking at a 4, though. Casey in attack position for a 3 with a good up here.
Yeah, with this harp. It's still got a lot of stability, even though it looks like it's been beat up for 12 years.
It does, doesn't it? Then he looks older than Casey is.
It really does.
There's Josh pitching up. That'll give him a putt for the birdie. We got Joe.
Looks like he's taking his shield again.
Yeah, that should work for him. He's great on the green. Cooper, this will be the birdie attempt. Maybe half go at most. Oh, he was going that.
Ooh, I could definitely go for that one.
We'll go. Still a little bit of a tester there for the comeback par. Danny, and a long look for the bird after that ridiculous roller. Oh, man.
And he's putting with the same disc that he rolled with. I mean, it's not the same one, but it's a Rhino.
Yeah, sure. Ooh, Josh. Way to come back, man.
That was a great putt by Josh. I was actually wondering if he was going to sink that or not.
Yeah.
So
that's how you come back from a 6, man.
Yeah, it was a really good putt.
Strong mental game on that one. Casey White for a birdie.
That was a good putt, too.
It was. He'll be holding on to his 2-stroke lead with 9 left to play. There's Coop doing what Coop does, saving par.
Yeah, clean up so well in the circle 1. It's fun to watch here.
Yeah. Joe, a little bit long on the up, but should have no problem with his comeback birdie putt. Had a bib?
Yep. That basket slanted, I'm realizing just now.
It is.
That's crazy.
Not the worst I've seen, though.
Notice it.
It looks like it's almost the top, actually.
Yeah, that's the weirdest part. Yeah. It's like I don't even notice it when I'm playing, though.
Funny. A bunch of birdies at the top there. Casey still with a 2-stroke lead. It is now over Joe and Josh. Coop and Danny are lurking within striking distance with 9 left to go. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll catch you guys in part 2.